I started from zero, not from a comfortable place. Not from confidence, not from talent, but from complete confusion.
People think starting from zero is simple, it's not. Zero is heavy, zero is lonely, zero is a place where your doubts scream louder than your dreams. But for me, zero was also the moment my real life finally began. I still remember the exact day I decided to change. I woke up mentally and emotionally exhausted. I looked at myself in the mirror and asked, is this really the life I want to live? Am I going to stay like this forever? Something inside me whispered, quiet but firm, no stop. Change. But starting was the hardest part. In the beginning, I didn't know anything. Not English, not self-discipline, not confidence. I didn't even know how to begin. I opened my first English book, and it felt like looking into another universe. My brain resisted, my voice trembled, my translations sounded wrong even to me. But still, I started. The first week felt exciting. The second week felt confusing. The third week, I wanted to quit. Because progress never looks like progress when you're inside it. You think you're moving fast, but really you're moving slowly. Everyone seems better than you, and you start believing you're not made for this. I felt that every day. But then one moment changed everything. I was listening to a short English video, and suddenly, I understood one full sentence without subtitles. Just one sentence, but it felt like magic. I thought, if I can understand one sentence today, maybe tomorrow I'll understand too. And I was right. I started practicing every day, even when I didn't feel like it. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. It didn't matter. What mattered was consistency. I wasn't trying to be perfect. I was just trying to be a little better than yesterday. Some days, I failed. Some days, I misunderstood everything. Some days, I repeated the same word 30 times. Some days, I cried. The truth is, growth never feels like growth when it's happening. It feels like struggle. It feels like doubt. It feels like effort without reward. But slowly, quietly, your brain rewires itself. Your confidence rebuilds. Your voice becomes stronger. And then one day, I realized English wasn't just a language anymore. It had become a part of me. I noticed it when I understood jokes. I noticed it when I started thinking in English. I noticed it when I stopped translating every word. I noticed it when I finally began believing in myself. And that's when I learned something powerful. Starting from zero is not a disadvantage. Starting from zero is a superpower. Because when you start from zero, every small win feels huge. Every new skill feels special. Every step forward feels meaningful. Zero teaches you humility. Zero teaches you discipline. Zero teaches you courage. Zero teaches you that you can become someone you never imagined. As I continued learning, my whole life started to change too. I spoke more confidently. My mindset grew stronger. I began dreaming bigger. I started creating content. I started expressing myself. I started believing, not just in English but in me. People began asking me, how did you stay motivated? How didn't you give up? How did you keep going even when it was hard? And my answer even surprised me. I didn't stay motivated. I stayed committed. Motivation comes and goes. Commitment stays forever. And my answer even surprised me. I didn't stay motivated. I stayed committed. Motivation comes and goes. Commitment stays. I used to wait for the perfect mood, the perfect day, the perfect version of myself. I thought I needed confidence before I could begin. I thought I needed inspiration before I could move forward. But the truth is, the days I made the biggest progress were the days I felt nothing at all. No excitement, no motivation, no confidence. Just a quiet decision in my mind that said, I will not stop today. There were mornings when the words in English felt heavy in my mouth. The sentences didn't make sense. But instead of quitting, I did one small thing. I read one sentence. I repeated one word. I wrote down one phrase. And that one small action became my power. That is what people don't tell you about success. It is not loud. It is not glamorous. It doesn't look impressive at the beginning. It looks boring. It feels uncomfortable. It feels lonely. But it is real. I stopped looking for motivation, and I started looking for discipline. I stopped asking, do I feel like this today? And started asking, what can I do today, even if it's small? And that changed everything. Some days I learned for 10 minutes. Other days for an hour. Sometimes I failed for an entire week. I doubted myself. I almost gave up, but every time I wanted to quit, I remembered the person I used to be. The one who dreamed but never acted. The one who waited for permission. The one who was afraid to be seen. And I refused to go back to that version of me. Thank you for being here today. Your support means more than you know. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll be waiting for you in the next episode.